I see myself in the mirror below my waist. I also think sometimes I'm more African than Francis Ngannou.
What's up, guys? Today I want to discuss some kind of strange comments that dropped like yesterday at the time of this recording of Ilia Matador Topuria, the current featherweight champion. He doesn't want to be the featherweight champion no more. He's claiming he wants to move up after one title defense. This is really confusing. I like Ilia Topuria. I used to hate him, but obviously this guy's my favorite villain in the entirety of combat sports. But now he's saying he wants to move up from featherweight. He's talking about fighting Charles Oliveira. I don't know. I'm very confused by this. Let's get right into it, I guess. Make sure you guys like and sub. I'm slurring my words like I'm fucking Nate Diaz on me, baby. Let's go. So Ilia Topuria has revealed in an interview with some guy. He says, "We may have seen my last featherweight fight." Ilia Topuria reveals to some guy his plans to move to lightweight. Now, not only does he want to move to lightweight, but he has called out a top lightweight contender, that being the one, the only, Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Right here. Oh my god, where is it? So, he wants to return in April or May. So, January, February, March, April, May. That's in about 5 months. He wants to return in about 5 months. Months. How do you say that word? M-O. How do you spell months? Montes. No, that's moss. No, wait, how do you spell moth? M. So Ilia Topuria wants to return in April/May and fight Charles Oliveira at lightweight. He says since Islam is going to fight in January and he's not going to be ready for April/May, I'd like to fight the number one contender, which is Charles Oliveira. What is happening? Why does he want to fight Charles Oliveira? I mean, it's a cool fight. It's a really sick fight. You're the featherweight champion, brother. Like, what are you talking about? Is this some sort of weird mind games or I'm very confused by this. I mean, does he not want to fight Volk? Like, I think he beats Volkanovski. And then you have Dustin Poirier. So somebody tweeted, "Hear me out. If Ilya wants to move up to lightweight, do Topuria versus Dustin Poirier. Now that would be sick." And obviously Poirier retweeted it. What is happening? Are we forgetting this guy's the featherweight champion? Are we forgetting that he's only had one title defense? This is him shitting on Bilal Muhammad. All right, let's. Are we forgetting that he only has one title defense? I mean, their finish rate. So Topuria has an 88% finish rate. Charles Oliveira has an 89%. Why are we entertaining this fight? He's only defended the featherweight title one time. I'm sorry, I'm crashing out because these people on Twitter, these bots. Can you guys imagine though? All right, let's imagine the guy knocks out Volkanovski, knocks out Holloway, and then knocks out Charles Oliveira back to back to back. Three of the all-time fan favorites. So I can't lie, that would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. He wants to move up. He's been talking a lot of shit on Makachev. Makachev has been saying he doesn't want to fight Topuria because I guess he just thinks he kind of says what a lot of people have been saying. It's like if he moved up to fight Topuria, sorry, if Topuria moved up to fight him and he accepted that fight, it would just be another featherweight under his sort of lineage. So I kind of get that point. I don't think he should fight Topuria for a very long time. And even then, I think once Topuria moves up, I'd like to see him have like one or two lightweight fights and then face Makachev, if that fight even happens. Because I actually think it might not happen, unfortunately, just because I think by the time Topuria moves up, Makachev is going to move up. And if he moves up to welterweight and wins, he's going to stay up there. He's not going to move back down to lightweight. So maybe this is why. Maybe Topuria is like, fuck it. I know obviously Makachev is got plans of moving to welterweight. Let me just knock out Charles Oliveira and then get to the title. I'm not really sure what his plans are here. It's really interesting. I'm really fascinated if the UFC kind of even allows him to do this. Again, it would be really cool to see him move up. Don't get me wrong. Um, but so soon, so early, I'm not really sure. I'd love to see him against Charles Oliveira. In terms of who I think wins that fight, oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, this newer version of Charles, this more patient version of Charles, I'm not sure if that's a better version to beat Topuria or worse because I kind of low key think the way to beat Topuria is just going forward, the way a Diego Lopez would, the way a Charles Oliveira would, who's kind of a bigger version of Diego Lopez when you kind of think about it. I think that's the way to beat a guy like Topuria. I don't think being patient and working the jab is going to work because he's just going to outwork you and he's going to eventually find your chin. The way to beat Topuria is not patience, it's the opposite. So unless Charles uses his grappling a lot, but Topuria has pretty good jiu-jitsu, but he can be taken down. He's been taken down by Bryce Mitchell, so he is like there's an ability there to take him down. It's not like he's got fucking Jose Aldo level takedown defense. He can be taken down, but it's just a case of can you do any sort of can you get him in a submission? We've not really seen him have to defend like a crazy submission, or we've not really seen him face someone with high level jujitsu. I'm slurring my words like crazy. We've not really seen him face a guy with high level jujitsu like Charles do Bronx Oliveira. There we go. It's just a lot of words. Jujitsu. Like who thought calling jujitsu was a good idea? Like just call it like fucking submission I don't know, like jujitsu. Like it's so complicated, but my point basically is it's a it's not a great matchup for Topuria, man. I don't know who I would pick. I think I'd still pick Topuria because Charles is very hittable, but very, very, very tricky. I mean, am I allowed to show this without getting copyrighted? I don't know if I can, but I was gonna show him. He got taken down by Bryce Mitchell. So, and then this is Charles Oliveira warning him. He says, Topuria is a tough fighter. He talks a lot. I think you have to be very careful when you're coming up to lightweight because this is a very tough division. I mean, so yeah, I mean, pretty much, this would be a great fight. This would be a sick fight, but it's just weird because he only has one title defense. I'm so confused by this. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see him move up so fucking soon? Topuria, is he ducking the smoke? Is he ducking Volkanovski? Look, do I want to see him against Volk? Not really. I'd much rather see him against Diego Lopez, maybe a Movsar Evloev. Not really a Movsar Evloev, but it's a lot more interesting than him versus Volk. I would rather see him. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'd rather see an Evloev Topuria fight than a Volkanovski Topuria fight. I'm sorry, guys. I love Volk, but I know how that plays out. Maybe Topuria does too. Maybe he's like, look, do I really need another Volk knockout on my record? Not really. I might as well just move up, knock out Charles Oliveira, knock out Makachev, and just I don't know. Oh, he's also we can talk about this really quick. Sorry, guys. But he's also saying that he wants to retire at 30 years old. So, like, we can search this up real quick. He is claiming that he says I'm 27, right? I want to be out by 30. Look, he says I'm 27. I hope to be out by 30. Right now, I'm in my division. Sorry. Right now, in my division, I no longer have the motivation to defend the belt. So, what is happening? Like she just has no motivation to defend that at featherweight now. I'm so confused, guys. He's not motivated at all. Then obviously Conor McGregor says whatever. Um I don't know. He wants to retire at 30. He's only 27. I mean, hey man, but here's the thing, right? You want to retire at 30, you got to be a lot more active. Like if Pereira was like, "Oh, I want to retire at 40." It's like, "All right, well, you got 3 years." That makes sense, right? Topuria wants to retire at 30, but he's been so inactive. It's like you're not really like like I don't know. That Topuria might already have CT. Maybe I should just accept this guy might just be a little bit retarded. Maybe you have to be retarded. Look at Messi, the greatest soccer player of all time. That guy is autistic as fuck. Maybe you have to be autistic to be good at this sport. So, at any sport. Look at Michael Jordan. That guy was he was autistic too. All these guys. LeBron's definitely retarded. So I don't know. Overall, Topuria, he's not motivated. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Topuria. Look, would I like to see him move up? Yeah, I'd rather see that than him fight Volk, but there are still a couple of contenders at featherweight that like Movsar Evloev, Diego Lopez. Once you knock out those guys, if you do, he probably will. Then you can move up. But who knows? I don't know what's going on with Topuria. Maybe the UFC fucking will get through to him because maybe he's losing his mind. I don't know. Make sure you guys like and sub. What do you guys think? Should Topuria move up? Is this a good idea? He probably does beat Charles Oliveira. Does he beat Islam Makhachev? I have no fucking idea. I'd love to do a bit of a breakdown on that one, maybe over the sort of winter break, since there's gonna be no UFC. Maybe I'll do a breakdown of Oliveira, of Topuria. Oh, maybe I'll do Oliveira and Topuria, and then Topuria and the Makachev. But make sure you guys like and sub. See you guys next time, and fuck John Jones.